In my opinion, athletes can only be good in the regular season. You got to make it to the playoffs and do something there if you want to be great. Because legends are made in the postseason. I'll use the NBA as an example, because I think a lot of teams in the NBA have a guy who's considered the guy in their city, right? So think Kevin Love when he was here, even Karl Anthony Towns now. There's a guy who can win some games for you in the regular season, and they can be really, really good. But to be great, to be a national household name, you got to do something in the postseason. Great example of this for me that comes to mind is Kyrie Irving, right? When he was in Cleveland before LeBron got there, he was good. People knew him. Obviously, in Cleveland, they were big fans of him. But he didn't really do much until LeBron got there, and he hit that shot, right, to give Cleveland their first title in their first title in 50 years. That's when he elevated his status as superstar. That's when legends are made, right? Michael Jordan is the GOAT, not because of his regular season MVPs, not because of his scoring titles, not because of his Defensive Player of the Year awards, but because of his 6 titles, right? His 6 championship rings is what makes him the GOAT. You got to get it done in the postseason, right? Watching that Jordan documentary, there's people that considered him just a really good scorer until he hit that shot against Cleveland, right? So what makes the postseason so special? Because the postseason means more, and the postseason is more difficult. Anybody can drop 50 on a Tuesday in Orlando in the regular season. That doesn't mean that much. But you drop 50 in a playoff game, it means a whole lot more. The games matter more, the opponents are better. There's no easy games in the postseason. There's no one tanking, trying to get a better draft pick. When you get to the playoffs, everybody wants to win. And the talent level is way better, and every team is good, right? There's nobody in the playoffs, except for maybe the lower end of the Eastern Conference sometimes. But every team is pretty good. Even the lower levels of the Eastern Conference, they still win 40 games, right? So it's at this point, when things are more difficult, when the pressure is on, when the lights are brighter, when the nation is watching, that's when you become a legend. That's when you prove your greatness. That's when you develop your greatness. Sorry if this sounds rude, but it doesn't mean much to me if you can be happy and quote-unquote successful and enjoying life when things are easy. To me, you prove it when things get hard, when life gets difficult. And shout out to everybody in 2020 right now, because we've all been through some stuff and life's getting hard. And we become better, we grow in these difficult situations, because there's not a lot of growing in times of peace when it's easy. But when you can step up when things get hard, that's when you grow. That's why the Bible says in James that you should count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. So it's those trials of life that build the patience and the character that you need to become perfect and complete and lacking nothing. So you need the trials of the postseason to develop that greatness, to become great. I heard a quote from somebody once that said, "You are elevated by your obstacles." What doesn't kill you make you stronger, right? Kanye West. I know he wasn't the first one to say it, but that's the song that comes in my head when I say that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This difficult situation you're in right now, God is going to use this, if you let him, to make you even stronger. Legends aren't made when things are easy. Legends are made when things get hard. Everybody knows it takes intense pressure to make a diamond. I'm not saying you should enjoy the pain and the difficult situations and the hardships, but I'm saying you can rejoice in the middle of it, because you know that you're coming out better on the other side. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, can you do 3 things for me? Can you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and tell your friends?